The First Anglo Sikh War was rooted in the geopolitical tensions of mid-19th century India. The Sikh Empire, centered in Punjab, had been a powerful state under Maharaja Ranjit Singh, who ruled from 1801 to 1839. His death left the empire in disarray, with political intrigue, assassinations, and weak successors destabilizing the Sikh court. The Khalsa, the Sikh military, became a dominant force, highly trained and equipped with modern artillery and disciplined infantry, but its leadership was marred by factionalism. The British East India Company, consolidating its control over India, viewed the Sikh Empire as both a potential threat and an opportunity to secure its northwestern frontier against Russian influence, part of the Great Game. By 1845, mutual suspicions escalated. The British amassed troops near the Sutlej River, the boundary between British-controlled India and Sikh territory, while the Sikh army, under commanders like Lal Singh, the Vizier, and Tej Singh, grew restive. On December 11, 1845, the Sikhs crossed the Sutlej, interpreting British military movements as a prelude to invasion. This act triggered the war. The British, led by Commander-in-Chief Sir Hugh Gough and Governor-General Sir Henry Hardinge, responded decisively. The first engagement, the Battle of Mudki, December 18, 1845, saw the British defeat a Sikh force, but at a cost, revealing the Khalsa's formidable capabilities. Emboldened but battered, the British advanced toward Ferozeshah, where the Sikhs had entrenched themselves for a major stand. Day 1 of the battle, December 21, 1845. After their victory at Mudki, the British marched toward Ferozeshah, about 10 miles from Ferozepur, where the Sikhs had prepared a strong defensive position. On the morning of December 21, Gough's forces, numbering around 18,000, approached the Sikh encampment. Hardinge, wary of the Sikh artillery and the lateness of the day, urged caution and suggested waiting for Sir John Littler's division, about 5,000 men, from Ferozepur to join them. Gough, however, insisted on an immediate attack, confident in his troops' ability to overrun the Sikh lines. At around 3 p.m., with only a few hours of daylight remaining, the British launched a frontal assault. The Sikh artillery opened fire, unleashing a devastating barrage that tore through the advancing British and Indian troops. The Sikhs' heavy guns, well positioned behind earthworks, inflicted severe casualties, and their infantry held firm in the trenches. As dusk fell, the battle descended into chaos. Some British units breached the Sikh entrenchments, engaging in brutal hand-to-hand combat within the camp. However, a catastrophic explosion, likely caused by a Sikh shell hitting a British ammunition wagon, disrupted the British advance, killing many and sowing confusion. Darkness halted the fighting, leaving both sides in disarray. The British held parts of the Sikh camp but were unable to consolidate their gains, while the Sikhs retained control of key positions. The British were exhausted, low on ammunition, and scattered across the battlefield. Gough and Hardinge, bivouacked in the open, faced the grim prospect of a Sikh counterattack at dawn. The Sikhs, though battered, were still formidable, with Lal Singh reorganizing his forces for the next day. Day 2 of the battle. At dawn, the Sikhs launched a fierce counterattack, exploiting the British disarray. Their artillery resumed its bombardment, and infantry assaults threatened to overrun the British positions. The situation was dire for Gough's army, with some units retreating and others running out of ammunition. Hardinge, fearing defeat, reportedly ordered his aides to burn sensitive documents to prevent them from falling into Sikh hands. The Sikh infantry, supported by cavalry, pressed the British hard, targeting weakened units. The British line wavered, and for a time, it seemed the Sikhs might achieve a decisive victory. A critical turning point came when Tej Singh arrived with a fresh Sikh force, estimated at 10,000 to 20,000 men. This reinforcement could have overwhelmed the British, who were on the brink of collapse. However, Tej Singh, for reasons still debated, failed to commit his troops fully. Some accounts suggest he deliberately held back, possibly due to treachery, political motives, or fear of British reprisals if the Sikhs won decisively. Others argue he misjudged the situation or lacked coordination with Lal Singh. The British rallied as Sir John Littler's division from Ferozeshah finally arrived, bolstering their numbers. Gough reorganized his forces, and the British artillery began to suppress the Sikh guns. By late morning, the Sikh counterattack lost momentum, and their troops began to withdraw, abandoning their entrenchments and much of their artillery. By midday, the Sikhs retreated across the Sutlej River, leaving the British in possession of the battlefield. The British captured over 70 Sikh guns, a significant blow to the Khalsa's artillery strength. Approximately 2,400 killed and wounded out of 18,000, a staggering loss rate for a single engagement. The high casualties shocked the British command and public, raising questions about Gough's tactics. Estimates range from 2,000 to 5,000 killed and wounded, with significant losses in artillery and supplies. The exact number is uncertain due to incomplete records. The British claimed victory as they held the field and forced the Sikhs to retreat. However, the victory was Pyrrhic, with heavy losses and no immediate strategic gain. The Sikh army, though weakened, remained a formidable force, retreating in good order to fight again. Ferozeshah set the stage for subsequent battles, including Aliwal January 28, 1846, and Sobraon February 10, 1846, where the British ultimately defeated the Sikh Empire, leading to the Treaty of Lahore March 1846. The treaty annexed parts of Sikh territory and imposed a British resident in Lahore, effectively ending the Sikh Empire's independence.